darkness and light do not mix. Don't let your own actions or what's in your heart condemn you all. The one who thinks they know it all really knows nothing. It's not about me, it's not about you, but it's always been about Christ. Alrighty everyone, so this is the video where I was going to be speaking of the trip as well as some do's and don'ts if it's your first time flying out. You know, again, in that last video, well, the video before last, I made it known how it was my very first time flying. I was scared. You have to keep in mind, you know, this young Detroit girl all of a sudden just getting up and going to New York, and then by myself, guys, physically anyway, because the Lord was always with me. You know, wasn't really fully prepared, didn't too much know what to expect. You know, it was beautiful, guys. So if it's your first time flying, I recommend, you know, of course, doing a little checklist to make sure you have all the utensils and supplies that you may need, everyone, and you know, have some traveling money. I don't recommend that you keep money on a card. Don't want you to experience a card fraud, guys. I have unfortunately experienced that, everyone. Or if you are a person, you're trying to get cash off your car, I don't recommend you go to the gas station and put in your information. They have these things known as skimmers where they're able to copy your PIN number, guys, and get your card information, and then they try to withdraw and get the money out your card. And I had that occur, guys. Thankfully, it did not prosper. You know, no weapon formed against me prosper because the Lord was with me. Hallelujah. But, you know, be careful if you're trying to withdraw money from places, guys. You can always go to places like CVS or Rite Aid or wherever else, guys. You could purchase an item and get cash back in that way. Or if you just wanted, you know, a larger amount, you know, there's different places, guys, going to like a bank ATM. So I'm just want to give you a heads up. Please be careful not to go to a lot of these gas stations, guys, because that's where a lot of that card fraud takes place. So, you know, prepare in advance, guys, and get your money off the card before you go. It's better to have cash than to have to go to another state and then worry about a card, and then they may attempt to try to decline it, guys, or you may have some type of problems with it. It's best to just have the cash up and ready and up front, everyone. So that helps. As I said, preparing ahead of time, getting your supplies together, not waiting until the last minute to pack, and then when you're on trip, making sure that you have a little list, you know, have a little list of your items, guys, to make sure like all your items packed, guys, together. Where's the word I'm trying to think of, guys? Just bear with me. Have a checklist. Thank you, Lord. Have a checklist, guys, going to your trip and then coming from your trip so you won't leave anything. Because the last thing you want to do is leave something, guys, when going out of state. You know, being aware of your surroundings, preparing in advance, guys, whether you're staying in a hotel, looking up the information, guys, looking up the directions, looking up the prices of things and food that may be within the area, or certain restaurants that may be within the area, that it helps to prepare. You know, taking locks that you can put on your suitcase, guys, because if you're staying in a hotel, sometimes you have room service, they may come. You know, you have a lot of people who do ungodly things, guys, that may try to steal. So, you know, putting your personals up, putting your personal items up within your suitcase. If you're traveling out, you know, or if you're a woman, you may not want to travel and, you know, with a purse. You know, being able to put your money and things within your suitcase, guys, or somewhere where it cannot be easily touched, guys, by other individuals. You know, making sure you have pockets with zippers so your money will not come out. And if you can't get a pocket with zippers, at least get a pocket that may have some buttons, guys. And as you're walking, checking from time to time to make sure that your money don't come up out your pocket. And as you're out, making sure you have your ID, guys. You never know when you may need your ID. As you can see, I look very young in the face. So when I go places, I have to have my ID because they're not going to let me do things, guys, without my ID. You know, it's sad but true. You know, some people can get away with not having their ID depending on where it is you're trying to go. But with me, I can't get away with that, so I need my ID. So yeah, you know, some do's and don'ts. Make sure you just have your cash, guys. I really want to emphasize that. Looking up things in advance. You know, if you are a person and you're traveling by yourself, of course you want to take the necessary precautions. Looking up the weather within that state or within that area. Make sure you have those essentials, guys. Making sure you have your toiletries, you know, your soap, your shampoos and things. But if you're staying in a hotel, a lot of them provide those things, but it is always best to just have your own set of things, your own set of towels, your own soap as well. If you're getting on a plane, going on the website, looking at the information ahead of time as far as what is it you can and can't bring, guys. Because I didn't know about the rules that they had with liquids when it came to gels and soap. You need to put that in a little plastic bag, like a what was it? What was it? A 1 quart, 1 liter bag, guys, and things. So yeah, making sure depending on who you're flying with, guys. With me, it was Delta. For you, it could be American Airlines. It could be United. It could be Spirit, whatever it may be. Looking ahead of time, guys, on these airplane websites and making sure you have everything together. So when you get there to the airport, you don't have to worry about getting out of line or having this or having that thrown out because you disregarded something that they've made known ahead of time, guys, or something that they made known on the website. So that really does help out a lot, guys. The trip was very beautiful. Getting there, I was able to just meet and see Sister Constance for the first time. I was able to meet her cousin. Very beautiful souls. My goodness, guys. Just being able to be around them and, really have fun. And meeting Helen and meeting her husband. Just nice being around a lot of the Lord's people and being able to connect spiritually, guys. It was just really beautiful, normally just being able to be around people who I knew, had the same heart as me. Of course, you don't want to be so trusting of everyone, but just knowing that I was around those people who actually resembled a lot, kind of reminded me a lot of me when it came to behavior, characteristic wise, having a good heart. To make a long story short, I didn't have to be fearful. I didn't have to worry about this person doing this or this person doing that or trying to steal from me or things, guys. So being able to be around a lot of the Lord's people having fun, Constance, ooh, she a serious goofball in a good way though. It's good to be around that, guys. Being on that trip, I was able to really just get out of my shell more, because I'm really more of a jokey type person too, but you probably would have known that just watching a lot of my videos though. But I really and truly am, guys. So being able to just talk and open up and just share things, being able to laugh, being able to go out, guys. Friday, we got there Friday. We were able to go out and just a night out of town, guys. First time taking the subway there, and of course we went in rush hour time, so it was very busy. Took a couple of stops. We were in the hotel. We were in Flushing, New York. Excuse me, because we were in the Fairfield Inn Marriott. I believe it was like 4 Fairfield Inn Marriotts there, guys. So we was in the one in Flushing, New York, and we got on the subway and we had took that to Manhattan. And we were just exploring some things on Manhattan, guys, downtown, being able to see all the stores and things. Got me a few shirts, guys, a few shirts for souvenirs. I probably may, take a picture and post them, guys, within this video. But yeah, being able to get a few souvenirs. We were kind of like in I guess you could say like the Chinatown area, guys. We were near a lot of Asians. Where we were at in Manhattan, there was a lot of Asians, Chinese people. So, went to a Chinese restaurant, had a little food there. Then we ended up going back. You had people who were performing in the subway areas because the subway is downstairs, down underground. Thank you, Lord, underground. So, being in New York, you don't too much really need cars, in my opinion, because you can just take the subway everywhere, guys. So it pays, but you need to know where you're going because you can easily get lost. I'm just being honest with you guys. And if Constance's cousin was not there, we would have really been lost. I'm just saying, so many stops. You need to go here and there all over. Like, ooh, Lord. So, with the exception of that, it was good. Saturday, we went to the event. Very fun event. Then he came back, had a little time to just relax. Then Constance and I, we went to the mall, like down the street from the hotel. We were able, I needed to get some hair products, guys. I had redid my hair on the trip. Being able to be inside that mall, just checking things out, just like any other mall. Very fun, very beautiful trip, beautiful trip. Sunday, we went back out. Everyone, did a little, not shopping around, but just visit the places. We went to Harlem. We went to Central Park inside of Harlem. Then we went to the restaurant Amy Ruth's. It's supposed to be like a popular restaurant. All I know is that was the only restaurant I seen where people were standing outside the doors to get in. And it was relatively cold that day, and we were standing outside. And one of Constance's cousins, she went inside to do something. Next thing I know, the guy from inside, he started calling people off the list. And he called us, so we didn't have to stand in line. That was all God, I tell y'all. It was all God. So being able to just explore, taking some pictures and stuff, it was a nice event. It was definitely a nice event. But I have to be honest with you, y'all. I couldn't live in New York. New York is not for me. I'm more of a person where I like to be in peaceful, quiet areas, guys, where I just feel more at peace. The Big Apple is not for me. It's just so crowded and congested, so noisy, always on the go. That ain't the lifestyle for me. Ooh, Lord. But with the exception of that, it was a very fun time, guys. I really enjoyed every minute and made the most out of that trip. And thank God he was with us wherever we went, y'all. So it was really a fun and exciting trip. Being able to talk, socialize, and have some fun. As I keep saying, I had fun, y'all. So yeah, for those of you who've asked me about how my trip went, it was awesome. It was definitely awesome. I'm trying to think, did I leave anything out? Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. We went to 7th Avenue, that was in Harlem. Um, I came across the Apollo as well. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, that I could think of. So, I hope you did enjoy this video. Just speaking of my trips and some do's and don'ts of what and what not to do when you are traveling, guys. Making sure you take the necessary precautions. Keeping in contact with relatives when you're out on a trip. As far as you don't have to tell a person every single move, but if you're going out, you're staying out, guys, just make it something known. Because God forbid if something happened, at least your relatives or someone who's in this state that you live in will have some type of update, guys, or know a little something. Um, it helps. Um, Staying in prayer. Keep your guard up, guys. Keep the full armor of God on wherever you may go. So staying in prayer. Trying to think, am I forgetting anything? Yeah, guys. It never helps to have an extra pair of clothes. You take the necessary clothes that you're going to need, and perhaps taking an extra pair just in case something should happen, guys, something should occur. Having, your money with you and a little emergency money, God forbid, in case unexpected things may occur, guys, as I told you how I had to pay that $25 for the baggage claim in New York. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. So I thank you for watching. Much love, peace be with you, and God bless you all.